Hello there, my very good friends. I'm Andy from What Culture. This is Adam from What Culture, and WrestleMania 39 will be a total nightmare if Brock Lesnar and OMOS have a wrestling match.
Yeah.
There you go. If you're not familiar with this video format, we go through a bunch of big topics and describe how they could descend into nightmare. It's not necessarily things we expect to happen or want to happen.
I bloody hope not with some of the things I've suggested.
Sometimes when the nightmare comes true, it's kind of funny, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think the worst case scenario for Brock Lesnar versus OMOS is that they just have a boring ass wrestling match and they go 10 minutes and they just kind of flop around and smack into each other and don't just have a body slam challenge, which is what this match should be.
Yeah, it should be that. It should be, the story is, can Brock get a 7 foot whatever he is up for an F5, multiple F5s?
7'20", I've heard.
And what if, and this is my kind of opposite scenario, my dream scenario, what if OMOS stiffs him in the first 2 minutes? Because we all know what happened when Braun did that.
Yeah, he almost,
just look at that staring across from you.
Almost comes out and goes, yeah, I'm going to shoot on this guy. Former UFC heavyweight champion. Take that. Oh, that wouldn't end well, but it'd be quite funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's going to be a very fun, hopefully sub 5 minute match, this.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Body slam challenge.
Let's move on to Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins. The nightmare here, Andy, is if any member of the Paul family other than Logan gets involved. I'm talking about his knobhead brother and his creepy fucking dad.
Okay. Well, what
It's
about...
a weird dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point, actually. You've got Jake Paul, you got Papa Paul.
Yeah.
You got Papa H, you got Papa John, you got Sean
Paul, yeah.
Sean Paul, of course.
God, actually, I'd allow that.
Pope John Paul. Well, all kinds of Pauls.
My alternative nightmare, other than that, because I don't want Jake Paul being the legitimate boxer that he is. Logan pins Seth with a surprise roll-up, shout out Simon Miller, after misting him with a mouthful of Prime immediately before Bianca Belair versus Asuka as well, just to completely ruin the spot in that
misting
match.
him with a mouthful of Prime. Yeah. Gee whiz, well, I haven't.
Which wouldn't work as well because Prime is delicious.
I've not actually tasted it, to be fair, so you might be right. You might be right. But it's funny how we're like, yeah, don't get that knobhead Jake involved when this guy's just like crypto scammed. Like,
hey, he's a very good at playing a bad character. Probably because he's got a lot of experience of it outside of the ring. Seth wins here in reality, though, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Logan Paul's very good at wrestling. He's an asshole, but, you know, that's how it goes.
Rookie of the Year last year in my wrestling awards.
Well, in my wrestling awards, the Rookie of the Year was actually Gunther, because he didn't actually wrestle before he joined the main roster.
Good point, yeah, Gunther's a new character.
Yeah, totally new. But yes, my nightmare scenario for the Intercontinental title match, really simple, Gunther gets pinned. Yeah, that'd be a lame-ass way for his Intercontinental title reign to end right here.
Yeah, I don't really mind either way because Gunther's undefeated streak continuing because, I don't know, Sheamus pins Drew is kind of fine.
Yeah.
It's not ideal because you're sort of losing upwards.
But if you do that, if he loses without losing, you can go upwards. And
yeah,
it's
there's
not
a story
so much...
to be told there.
Yeah.
But and obviously the story of Gunther winning and just being like, oh bollocks, both of these guys couldn't stop him. Hopefully Drew actually turns heel after this WrestleMania, in my opinion. But him getting pinned by both of them would be the worst scenario.
Oh yeah,
co-champions. We're co-champions.
You scrub the thing that was on the screen. Co-champions. Double pin.
Wait. How would that work? Drewmas. I'm doing like Lay Cool sort of thing.
Shrew.
You've convinced me. You've charmed me. Let's talk about the best.
What were they called before? Bang Bus or something like that?
Oh yeah, something like that. Pornhub, something along those lines.
Anyway,
let's move on to the greatest WrestleMania story ever told. It's ex-con Dom versus his deadbeat dad.
These videos.
I needed my gimmick for this. Can you just hold this for a second?
Thank you
very much.
Okay.
Because my nightmare scenario. AALYAH has become corrupted. And
who has become corrupted?
AALYAH.
Oh, she's back. She's back.
She was featured on SmackDown the other day. She has become corrupted, and she's gonna low blow a deadbeat dad, 619 Ange, and then Dominic unmasks Ray with no build. There you go.
And they're
legitimately one of the most highly anticipated WrestleMania matches I can remember. This.
And they're all in the flipping Judgment Day.
This looks really good. Should I wear this out more often?
Oh, hello. Maybe not. Maybe not, brother.
lady.
Let's move on to our next match of the night. It's the Hell in a Cell, Edge, Finn Balor. We're not doing every match, by the way. We're just doing some...
We're doing the good ones.
Nightmare scenario for Edge versus Finn Balor. It's too serious.
Yeah.
It's too serious. I think, right, if they go down the route of having this 30-minute acting, facial expressions, slow-moving molasses, drama, big cinema match in the Hell in a Cell and it's red and all of that, I think that would stink. I think they should go stupid. Totally stupid, right? I've changed my mind. I want the Demon. I want Edge in his brood shirt with Gangrel spitting blood coming from a hole in the floor. I want the whole ass cell to come through a fiery pit in the floor.
It rises up rather than being dropped down. Right.
Yeah, just make this really dumb. I want Damian Priest doing a double rotation shooting star press onto Gangrel through a dragon.
Yeah.
If it's too serious, that's a nightmare.
Alter Bridge, don't play them out. That's my note.
Oh boy, with Bob Dylan.
Double Bridge.
Bob Dylan guest chorus. Why not? Why not? That's an in-joke for them.
Also, shout out to Michael Hamflet, who's pitched a purple cell, and now I'll be really sad if it's not.
What if the Fiend interferes? Oh well, my yeah.
Stick around, maybe you'll show up later on.
And speaking of sticking around, a little hype for Saturday night. Who's these guys? It's me and Michael Hamflet. We'll be here on Saturday night for the live stream pay-per-view, half an hour before the show starts properly in your time zone. That's before the main card, so that's midnight here in the UK, 7:30 p.m. in the United States on the East Coast. I couldn't fit other time zones in there. I love you time zones, but I couldn't fit you in. We're only doing night 1. We just simply do not have enough people to do night 2 as well. So if you want to join us, you have to join us on Saturday. But yeah, little plug. Anyway, what comes after a plug? I did that.
Now this one's quite a serious one for me, Andy, because I really like both these performers. I think the build to this has been terrible through no fault of their own. But the story here is, to be honest, someone who used to have a streak versus someone who does have a WrestleMania streak. Bianca Belair 2-0, of course. Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and the story that she will be compared to, of course, is The Undertaker, who had his own WrestleMania streak, which is why the nightmare here is Asuka comes out dressed as Giant Gonzalez and uses a chloroform-soaked rag to lose via DQ.
What?
Always have to have one bad thing in the streak, don't you? She
comes out dressed as Giant Gonzalez. Is she got Giant Gonzalez with the bodysuit and the face paint?
Yeah.
Okay, so she got the clown makeup and a Giant Gonzalez bodysuit.
And Bianca Belair uses her hair to whip the hair off Giant Asuka.
Is it the actual Giant Gonzalez bodysuit? So it's like way too big for her because he was like 7'5".
Like a child wearing.
Yeah.
But yeah, in reality, the nightmare is just Bianca Belair loses. Because I like the idea of having a bit of a streak, and 2 isn't exactly. It's like when people are like, who's got the longest streak at WrestleMania? RVD. He's won a whole 3 matches or whatever it is.
Of legends who are undefeated at Mania.
Yeah.
He had 1 match. Right, so let's move over to the US title match. This one's really simple. Super Sheena. Super Cena brings his super shovel. Ooh. Right? John Cena loves burying Mother Hubbards, right? He cannot help himself. Remember the promo before this where he just completely eviscerated Austin a couple of weeks ago? He did it to Roman Reigns a couple of years ago before Roman turned heel and got awesome. Like, he does this quite a lot. Remember when he brought back the Dr. Thuganomics and just brutally buried the universe? Cena has still got a burial in him, brother. He might squash this guy.
Yeah, here's my concern. It's opening night 1, isn't it? And I swear, Hamflet and I were talking about this the other day. I swear Hamflet told me the last time Cena opened a pay-per-view was SummerSlam facing Baron Corbin, and we all know how that went.
Beat his ass.
Yeah. Like, I don't really necessarily mind Austin Theory losing, but I don't want him. He has to be made to look better than he was in that promo.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything he says has come true.
Exactly. Moving on.
Genuinely, right? I know I'd did a bit of shenanigans with the whole Bianca and Asuka thing. Genuinely, the nightmare. This doesn't main event night 1.
Ooh, very
now
good.
To be honest, by the time this video goes out, they may have already announced Charlotte and Rhea. We'll get into that in a second. The story of WrestleMania across the whole weekend is the collapse of the bloodline, and this is one of the most important parts of it. And I genuinely, passionately want this to main event night 1 because of the legacy, like, not the team. Tag titles, main event in WrestleMania, less than a year since that creepy old prick was ousted. I know he's come back, but it would really piss him off as well if they put this as a main event of WrestleMania, right? And don't get me bloody started, Andy, on, but the Royal Rumble. Whoever wins the Royal Rumble should main event both nights of WrestleMania. When was the last time that didn't happen? Checks notes. Last fucking year! It was last year, wasn't it? It was Stone Cold. Not bad. So let these do it. Because Charlotte Flair got the fucking what treatment and she's meant to be the baby face. She's unbearable.
Speaking of which.
Oh, yeah.
So, I agree that it should be the main event.
Yeah.
I got a double-headed nightmare for this one.
Oh.
Double-headed nightmare.
Don't do it.
In main events.
Right.
And Charlotte wins.
Oh, no.
Would that not just be the most surefire sign that Vince McMahon is back?
Yes.
If she just won. Because, like, it's a really awkward thing with the alignments and stuff in this match, obviously, because Charlotte is a babyface who's not really a babyface, and Rhea's a heel who's like, extremely over as a face, because the Judgment Day are awesome. She's awesome. So it's weird in the first place, but if you put Charlotte Flair over, and I don't think she will, to be fair, Rhea's going to win this, but if it's the main event and Charlotte wins, you're looking at an Omni shambles, maybe not quite the caliber of Roman retiring The Undertaker, or retiring in quotations a few years ago, but not far off. I think it would stink.
Yeah.
Bad.
There are, I'd say there are, and like, it's one of those ones where, you want your wrestling to be unpredictable, but there are a minimum of 3 matches on this card, tag titles, this, and obviously the main event of night 2, that it's the most obvious booking ever, but you still have to do it.
Yeah.
This isn't fucking Russo. We don't need to swerve everyone.
He's wigging out. I agree.
Give ripped the hairs off backwards.
Actually, that's a good point. You mentioned AALYAH Mysterio earlier.
Yeah.
Corruption, House of Black, Buddy Murphy. There's the connection. Although House of Black are good, is the difference. So, yeah. Anyway.
Should we conclude?
It's a WWE video. Why am I talking about House of Black? Because I love them so much.
Yeah.
My favourites.
Let's conclude.
Oh, sorry. That was a cue for me to switch the background.
Main event of night 2, one of the most highly anticipated main events of all time at WrestleMania.
Of all the times. I've been alive since the dawn of time, so I remember.
And the nightmare that could happen here, Roman wins. Thanks for watching. I've been Adam from What Could... No, seriously though.
There you go. There's your hat.
I love him. He's brilliant. I always acknowledge my tribal chief. But I've seen people say, oh no, it's like about Cody's arc, he's come so close. No! You're gonna lose all the fans you've brought in through this amazing storyline, and like, I didn't mind. You know, like, a bit like when people are like, oh no, let it play out with the whole CM Punk weird Kevin Nash cash-in, Summer of Punk that starts in fucking November or whatever it was, right? Remember that? I remember living through that and going, no, this is let him cook. This is going somewhere. It didn't. Surprise, surprise. And it's inexplicable that anyone could sit there and legitimately argue that Cody Rhodes shouldn't leave with all the belts.
Yeah. There's no argument to be made.
But the nightmare that, could happen, not only does Roman win, defeating Cody Rhodes and just ruining the most perfect storyline that landed in their lap, and they worked really well on as well, I should say. Of
course.
Is a bit of WrestleMania lore, Andy. It's the end of WrestleMania 10. Cody gets screwed via his own weight belt to the cock, but who comes down to defend Rhodes' honor, playing the role of Hulk Hogan? The flipping Fiend.
The flipping Fiend comes down and goes, that doesn't work for me, brother.
Oh, you know what he's like? He's like the belt. But it's the Fiend.
I just want the Fiend uttering the sentence, that doesn't work for me, brother. That doesn't work for Fiend, brother.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I don't know how Uncle Howdy can play the role of Mr. Fuji, but we'll work that out. We'll work that out closer to the day, I suppose.
A handful of chalk or whatever in your face.
I'm a good. Yeah, regardless, the Fiend leaves us as a world champion.
Fiend in
Actually, that wasn't a nightmare. What am I talking about?
9 seconds it takes him to beat Roman Reigns, thrown by the Fiend.
Oh, that was easy.
It's long-term storytelling as well, because who was a Universal Champion when Roman won it in the first place? Was it the Fiend? Yeah, it was the Fiend. It wasn't Braun.
Yeah, it was when they saved that god-awful run between him and Braun.
Yeah.
But thankfully, Fiend's back.
Guess who's back? Back again. Fiend is back. I don't know. Right, let's get out of here. Thank you for joining us. WrestleMania Nightmare Scenarios. Again, it's not what we want to happen. No. Some of these will. Maybe I do want them just a little bit. It's not necessarily what we think would happen. It's just what would turn the show into a complete pile of manure.
Have fun in the comments.
Yeah,
have fun. Serious.
Have fun in the comments. Catch me in Hamlet on Saturday night. You can set a reminder on the video. It's in the live section on the YouTube channel right now. Thank you for joining us. Follow us on Twitter, What Culture WWE. Follow him on Twitter.
I'm professional wrestling journalist Adam Wilborn. You can find me at Adam Wilborn.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Dave Meltzer WON. See you later.
Bye guys, enjoy Mania.
Is that Dave's tag?
Yeah, I think so.